No foreigner is going to boss this president of the republic around. No way. They've been negotiating for over 2 months, ever since that first fee. We're going to judge and tax the American digital companies.
Brazilian President Lula da Silva has issued a fiery rebuke to Donald Trump over the newly imposed 50% tariff on Brazilian imports. Speaking at a student event in Goiás, Lula declared, "No gringo is going to give orders to this president," firmly rejecting what he sees as U.S. bullying. He warned of reciprocal action, insisting Brazil won't surrender to foreign pressure. Lula also slammed Trump's attitude, saying Trump is not the emperor of the world. His comments followed a letter from Trump posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, in which the U.S. leader blamed the tariffs on Brazil's treatment of right-wing ex-president Jair Bolsonaro and accused the country of unfair trade practices against American companies. The tariffs are due to take effect from August 1st.
No foreigner is going to boss this president of the republic around. No way. They've been negotiating for over 2 months, ever since that first fee. We're going to judge and tax the American digital companies. The rates are 7–10%. We have a negotiation team. Because he didn't even bother to send a letter like we send to the President of the Republic, and I don't feel like I'm being ordered around. The letter doesn't mention negotiation.
The Brazilian government has vowed to respond with reciprocal tariffs if Trump follows through. Lula condemned the tariffs on X, saying, "Brazil is a sovereign nation. We will not accept tutelage." He warned of retaliation under Brazil's economic reciprocity law. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said on Thursday, July 17, that Brazil had always been open to dialogue with the United States, but rejected what he described as unacceptable blackmail and threats to Brazilian institutions, according to a speech broadcast by government TV. Lula warned that any attempt to interfere in Brazil's justice system was a serious attack on national sovereignty and stressed that foreign digital platforms must follow Brazilian regulations.
My friends, last week we were caught off guard by a letter from the American president announcing a 50% tariff on Brazilian products starting August 1st. Brazil has always been open to dialogue. We held more than 10 meetings with the United States government, and on May 16th, we submitted a negotiation proposal. We were expecting a response, but what we got was an unacceptable act of blackmail in the form of threats against Brazilian institutions and false information about trade between Brazil and the United States. We have an independent judiciary. In Brazil, we respect the legal process, the principles of presumption of innocence, adversarial proceedings, and the right to a full defense. Trying to interfere with the Brazilian justice system is a serious attack on national sovereignty. Only a sovereign nation is capable of creating jobs, fighting inequality, ensuring health and education, promoting sustainable development, and creating the opportunities people need to get ahead in life. My outrage is even greater knowing that this attack on Brazil has the support of some Brazilian politicians. They are true traitors to the nation. They believe that the worse things get, the better it is for them. They don't care about the country's economy or the harm caused to our people. My friends, defending our sovereignty also applies to the actions of foreign digital platforms operating in Brazil. To operate in our country, all companies, both national and foreign, are required to follow the rules. In Brazil, no one is above the law. We must protect Brazilian families from individuals and organizations that use digital networks to carry out scams and fraud, commit racist crimes, incite violence against women, and attack democracy. Besides fueling hatred, violence, and bullying among children and teenagers, sometimes even leading to death, and discrediting vaccines, which brings back diseases that had long been eradicated. My friends, we are meeting with representatives from the productive sectors, civil society, and labor unions. This is a major joint effort that involves industry, commerce, the service sector, agriculture, and workers. We stand together in defense of Brazil, and we will do so with our heads held high, following the example of every Brazilian man and woman who gets up early and goes out to work, take care of their family, and help Brazil grow. We will continue to invest in good diplomatic and commercial relations, not only with the United States, but with all countries around the world. My friends, the first victim in a world without rules is the truth. The allegations about unfair Brazilian trade practices are false. For more than 15 years, the United States has maintained a robust trade surplus of $410 billion. Today, Brazil is a global reference in environmental protection. In just 2 years, we have already cut Amazon deforestation in half. We are working to eliminate deforestation entirely by 2030. And besides, PIX belongs to Brazil. We will not accept a tax on PIX, which is a treasure of our people. We have one of the most advanced payment systems in the world, and we will protect it. My friends, when we took office as President of the Republic in 2023, we found Brazil isolated from the world. In just 2.5 years, our government has opened 379 new markets for Brazilian products abroad. We are building trade partnerships with the European Union, Asia, Africa, and our neighbors in Latin America and the Caribbean. If necessary, we will use all legal instruments to defend our economy, from appeals to the World Trade Organization to the Reciprocity law, approved by the National Congress. My friends, there are no winners in trade wars. We are a country of peace with no enemies. We believe in multilateralism and cooperation among nations. But let no one forget, Brazil has only one owner, the Brazilian people.